Frost Archer. But on the side of KBG, they do have a lot of options here. They have the Corki, and yeah.
Corki, Gragas, very standard champions that we have seen in this tournament already. A possible Varus, maybe a Jhin pickup here on the side of KPS Gaming as well to balance it out, especially on the poke meta that we have been seeing with the Corki and the Varus. Very strong on team fights. You would want to secure the chain of corruption as well to deny that entry from JDG, especially that they have double initiators right now. They have even the Camille being picked up after KBG have put more respect on the Jace, and that is very true. Feibai is really solid on this champion. Juju can even pick it up as well, and Stu has shown some games that he is able to fully utilize his champ. So now opportunity has been opened up here for JDG. Camille, Galio, we're gonna be seeing a wombo combo.
We are. I mean, Camille being available, you really do not see that usually, but KBG was they're willing to risk it. They're willing to risk the Camille being picked up, and they knew that they didn't have to pick it up. So I'm kind of assuming that they have a plan going into this, right? Because unfortunately, that is just one of the strongest wombo combos in the game. You know, Hextech Ultimatum into the hero's entrance. And that can be precipitated by just an enchanted crystal arrow right into the middle of the, like, into anybody. Because Juju is also very skilled at landing that ECA.
Absolutely. And so usually we do see the Ziggs as well being picked up, but since Ashe is already picked up, it's already okay here for JDG. They are going to be removing some of those solo laners that that KG can actually fully utilize. Fiora might even ban away the Renekton, since that is also one of the counters here on the Camille. If ever this Camille goes into the Baron lane here for Sunny, but Once can fully utilize his champion as well. Look at the respect that KBG is providing against Once. This is an Aatrox ban, this is a Wukong ban, Renekton ban comes through, and KPS Gaming maybe can pick up something like a Garen to have a stable matchup in the top lane, but it looks like they want to fight here against JDG. They hover the Jax, and it's looking good.
The Jax could actually go anywhere. It could go to the top laner, it could go to KG, or it could go to Anran 9. Remember, we have had him on that mid lane Jax before, and I'm sure that that's something that they can use to kind of distract from the last pick of KBG. And he can just kind of be safe in that mid lane, even though it's looking like the Swain for Feibai is going to be it. But still, Jax versus Camille, a kind of a good matchup still for Sandy. It's just that KG needs to be very safe there. But for the Swain, I wonder what KBG is going to put up against it. Ezreal.
It's going to be something that we have seen as a safe pick, especially against engaged compositions. That way you would be really safe, dealing damage from the backline. Kha'Zix on one, so it's gonna be very scary, I would say. On the side of JDG, this is something that Once is really strong, and I'm just looking forward to how he is gonna be matching up against Satan, because he is on an enabler champion. Devi, once again, this is a late game scaling composition, triple scaling champions on the side of KPS Gaming. The Corki, the Ezreal, and the Jax are going to be dealing a lot of damage, but they need to be very wary. They need to be very careful on the isolated pickoffs that JDG can actually make. That's a Camille, that's a Kha'Zix, that's an Ashe arrow that is coming their way, and even the Galio is going to be following up alongside with Feibai Swain to make sure they land the proper DPS and the crowd control.
That is a very scary composition for KBG to be fighting against. But on the other side, you know, the scaling is undeniable on the side of KBG if they can keep themselves safe. You know, with the Ezreal and the Corki, then they could just whittle down the health bars of JDG's composition before they even, you know, get into a real engaged team fight.
Let's see which one will prevail. Will the plan of JDG win this time around with this kind of composition, or will KPS Gaming get the momentum rolling by securing game number 1? Let's find out. This is game 1 of this best of 7 series. First match between these two teams.
And let's it is. Woo!
Oh
Let's
yeah.
go! KBG supporters coming in hot. They are the top one in the regular season in the round robin, so of course they're going to be expected to do well here. And yeah, this is unfortunately the first game of the last match for one of these two teams, and I can already feel it in my bones. These players do not want to go home.
I mean, nobody wants to go home at this point. It has been 4 months of a tournament that you have grinded, prepared for months just to be here on the stage, just to be in the top 20 at least in this, or top 8 here on the side of the CN conference, and now they're 1 step, 2 step, 3 step closer towards securing their spot in the finals, and that's like top 4 globally here. We're now seeing Sunny and KG just batting a little bit in the top side. Camille, of course, has a slight advantage in terms of his adaptive defenses. Mid lane's gonna be fine for sure for Andran, since it does have that poke damage. Nonetheless, it's gonna be fine here against the short range of the Swain.
Yeah, and you can already see that KVG, they are not going to be taking any prisoners here. KG, even as a Jax, is not afraid to just step up and push the lane against Sunny. And Sunny, you know, just, okay, KG actually just contesting that honey fruit. Interesting choice, but he gets away scot-free and never punished. Very cool.
Looks like we have a bit of a change on the UI as well. Yugi's gonna be fine, surely. Anran is not calling the shots just yet. It's not yet the time for them to engage. Tom's here, lingering the area, checking if ever Doki's gonna path there. Looks like they changed their mind. They want topside.
They do want topside, but they have been seen already. The War just barely caught the glimpse of Daton, and that means that he's gotta have to go back. 87.5% win rate on that Vi. Man, that just goes to show how dominating KBG have been. Daton, out of 8 games, won 7 of his Vi games, and I'm fairly certain that that's because they just win most of their games in general, man. They've only dropped the one match in the regular season, and they only lost the one match here in the playoffs against the team that beat them before in the regular season. So not a lot of teams are able to actually match KBG in terms of their raw skill and talent.
And this guy, Daton, has been the one enabling the team most of the time, if not always, to make sure every single member comes out on top on the side of KBG. Now, JDG, having the Kazakhs can actually interfere that. Let's see how Once is going to be able to fully utilize this Kazakhs. Juju is being threatened, has vision on that brush, will spot out the Daton, and has already an inkling that there might be a gank there given the rotations here of KPS Gaming. So that will provide some release of pressure on top side, maybe an avenue in mid lane as well. KPS Gaming, you are making sure they get their value by taking some placing there in the bot side tower.
Yeah, very commanding start here for KBG. Bullied, they really are just bullying the AD out of lane. But oh, look at that, Manran 9 taking so much damage. But because he is Ezreal, he will be fine. Essence shift away, doesn't even need to use the flash. And even though he's very low, he may still be risking this fade by. He is going to get flashed on and then cease and desist, but he pops the ultimate and he should be able to get out of there scot-free with the help of his flash.
Flash still has been used there by Daton, and they didn't get any kill there in the mid lane. So that's something that JDG will be looking for to see later on at come 5 minutes, because that is again an opportunity for them to close the distance against the Vibe Daton. Maybe some avenue that they can look out for later on in terms of making some picks before the spawn of the objectives. Take note that JDG is a team that is very strong when they are grouped up. This is why Trace eSports had a difficult time against them, because their team fighting is just so vicious that even the combination of Weiba and Tak wasn't actually enough for them to take them down. Now KPS Gaming, they need to really make sure they get a pick first before they go into objective. Maybe we would see a prioritization this time around on the Dragon side, since JDG is going to force a fight. But again, you talked about the Rift Herald priority as well. JDG might just get this for free if ever.
Yeah, that is a very possible thing that might happen, because they do have that sort of pressure that they have on the top side of the map. Of course, it will be a little bit It will be matched. It will just be traded off here by KBG. Datan already on the way to that dragon, already taking it down. As yeah, this time for once, Jingdong Gaming going for the first Herald instead of the first dragon. But Fei Bai is already feeling it. He knows the Bai is there. There's cease and desist. There's the ultimate. But the Tyrant will not be raving for long. KBG get the first blood, but the first tower goes down to JDG.
That was an overextension by Fei, but I had no reason to stay there in the bot side, knowing that the Thon is on the bot side river as well. And that allowed KBG to get at least one kill. But JDG looking fine with the tower that they have took here in the mid lane, and is looking to get a couple more plates in the top lane. However, this is why Dragon has more value, man. Jaden,
yeah.
Look at the tower scoreline. It's still 1-1. Yes, JDG was able, or 2-1 at least. JDG was able to take the first tower in the mid lane, but KBG managed to take at least a tower in the bot lane as well, and that's why the gold is still even. Actually, even better here on the side of KBG. They have been very, very efficient on their economy, making sure everyone gets their gold, gets their farm in order to match the scaling here of JDG.
Yeah, honestly a good trade for that. KBG, though they did get that first tower in the mid lane, it opens up the map a lot more for them. Their rotations are going to be a lot safer going from objective to objective, but it is still a little bit difficult for them to really match the same kind of pressure that KBG is exerting just from, you know, every single play that they do. And 9 with the preemptive Essence shift to get out of the way there. Very good calls.
Every time that arrow doesn't connect on the side of KBG, it's gonna be an opportunity, a window for them to safely farm or maybe even make the plays here against JDG. And take note, it's already 7 minutes into the game. We haven't seen a kill out of side of JDG yet on a composition that's designed to make those single target pick off.
Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate that JDG has so far failed to do so. Have so far failed to meet the criteria that they need, because they really are not looking for those single pickoffs yet. At the moment, it is a little bit difficult for them really to match again the way that KBG is moving around the map. But here is the crystal arrow. It misses, swinging a whiff. La field goal in between 3 members of the team there.
KBG managed to just get a free damage into the top lane here. 1.
Oh, that's almost getting the engage there. But KBG is so quick on their feet, so very difficult to pin down. I am very scared for Jingdong Game. How are they going to get the pickups that they need when they're the ones getting picked up? Fei Bai in a lot of danger here. Even if he pops the ult, which he didn't, he's still gonna go down. Datan and you get that kill.
That's the second time that Fei Bai has fallen down. 1 in the bot lane and now in the top lane, this time with the help of Yu. But JDG wants to answer in the bot lane.
Yeah, they are looking to go for a dive here onto KG and 9, but Sunny just takes a honey fruit and gets away, because they know this is very dicey to go for a dive under that tower at the moment, especially when a Drake is spotting in a couple of minutes, and they don't want to be giving any power that they don't have to be giving over to the side of KBG.
This is going to be the difficult part here on the side of JDG. Let's check out replay one more time. Again, Fei Bai, not the best performance that we're seeing on him. On this lane, dying 2 times, not being able to scale, not being able to impact across a map. It's just so bad here on this champion for Fei Bai. And looking at the composition of both teams, as long as we don't see JDG engaging, KBG is just going to be having the best of time. Because again, they have triple scaling champions. And come minute 15, they're going to be unstoppable. JDG giving them the opportunity to farm right now is the worst possible decision that they can actually have here in this game, because eventually even KG is gonna be having a good time against Sunny.
I mean, KG already is not phased at all by the way that Sunny is playing, man. He's like, he doesn't care, but he is going to get engaged on. Here it is, the combo that we were talking about, the ultimatum into Hero's entrance, but you know, the same safety that they had was the same safety that KBG had brought because they were all over there. But now Dragon will be started. It will not be stolen here. Not an angle there for Datan, but this team fight is going to be the big angle for KBG. They've already gotten the support. Now they're looking for the mid laner. Fei Bai goes down, and now it's a 3 versus 5. Xiao Ma from the back is going to be looking for more, and Red 9 with Iceborne Gauntlet will take down the Ashe. Now Once is going to run, but he's not going to be running for long. That's a 4 kills for 0 for the side of KBG.
Just for that one dragon. I would say that getting the dragon is fine, but at this kind of cost, it's just a big bill right now for them. Even Sandy's gonna be stuck under the tower and being ganked. There's nothing he can do. Fortunately, he does have the hook shot to back away safely. But looking at the goal of KBG, now starting to balloon, things are starting to be a lot more complicated for JDG. Yes, you're able to take a tower. Yes, you are able to take a dragon. It's still not good.
Yeah, and KG just got caught. Oh my god, he did get caught there. I was saying that, you know, I was thinking that he was able to get out, but no, he just straight up got caught.
Let's check this replay one more time. It is actually a desperation play coming in from JDG. But again, this is a composition of Keepers Gaming that is well ahead right now. No contestant during the laning phase. That's why they're able to deal the damage here necessary to take them down. And looking at the confidence, look at the ADCs. Both Xiaoma and Aran being in the front line simply because they feel no pressure from JDG.
Yeah, they're not under pressure. They're really they have a lot of space, a lot of energy to just go do whatever they want. They're not really scared at all of getting picked off, because look at the score right now. It's 1-6. KBG are just absolutely mad right now. They're just too powerful.
JDG is looking flustered, perplexed now in this game, having to have no answer to the scaling lineup here of Keepers Gaming. As the time goes by, it's going to be more difficult, but they still need to try. Right now, they are grouping up, looking to have one pick offense here against Keepers Gaming.
Yeah, but they are just going to get absolutely exploded by the explosive cask. The isolation of that one member will turn into the team fight going sour for Jingdong Gaming. And that means that KBG once again have the onus. Look at this goalie that they are starting to get. They're really developing it already. It's just not good for the side of Jingdong Gaming.
5,000 golded is insignificant, but looking at it on a triple scaling lineup is very scary, man.
Oh yeah.
3 champions, Datan, Andra, and Shama leading the gold chart right now against Jingdong Gaming. It's again, nightmare here for this blue side team. Arrow not gonna be connecting. Maybe they will still be able to defend this tower, but look at the confidence of Keepers Gaming. They are securing vision on the top side river, top side jungle as well of ones, and making sure that maybe they can pick up one.
Yeah, but they are going to pick off another member. There it is, Galio Doki going to be going golden and flashing out to keep safe. But he's the one who's keeping, you know, he's the one who keeps getting caught again and again, and that's just not good if they know what's good for them. It's just very, very difficult right now for Jingdong Gaming to even contest space, to even ward up. There's a true shot Rush to just try to clear out the wave a little bit, thin it out so that they can start pushing, start sieging. But it's just so difficult for Jingdong Gaming to find any sort of value, any sort of substance here against KBG.
And as long as this game goes with this kind of phase, it's gonna be a good time here for Keepers Gaming. This is something that we have not anticipated actually in this matchup. JDG is known for their utmost aggression. It's one of the reasons why they were able to take down Trace eSports in a dominating fashion. But right now they seem to be giving too much respect on Keepers Gaming, that it's looking like they're acting quite scared of them. I mean, it's a very, very difficult to actually take down Keepers Gaming. You might feel a lot of pressure, but given this kind of composition, you really need to make it work. You really need to find those pickups, but we're not seeing it just yet here on JDG's side. Dragon's gonna be spawning up. Keepers Gaming can just take this for free.
Yeah, at this point, Jingdong Gaming cannot fight against KBG here. It's very tough to say that they can win a fight even with the ideal entry in. But again, it's still Dogi who's the first point of contact. He's the tip of the spear, and he's going to get broken off immediately, and that makes his dragon even more free for KBG, because now Xiaoma, with the package coming in onto the Camille, Sani has no way to actually 1v1. Xiaoma just takes him out. But that is still a 2-for-1 with the dragon going the way of Keep Best Gaming. Everything is going like to their favor now. Yeah.
And in shambles for JDG, you know that you're losing hard when you see an ADC confidently 1v1ing a Camille. And that's what happened on Shambles. He chased the Camille of Sani, and now they take a tower for free in the mid lane. This is, again, looking bad to worse, worse to worst here. Let's check that replay one more time, because initially we thought this is going to be a free dragon for Keepers Gaming, and JDG had to give it for free, but they tried to engage, and they're looking so scattered here in this fight. Sani tried to isolate Xiaoma, but he is the one who was actually isolated and being threatened by the Corgi. The flash in got countered there by once, getting at least one trade off, but still net profit for KBG.
Oh yeah, that was a really good play for KBG. Still, even though it didn't look all too good initially, it was still a very, very good at the very end of it. It just did not seem like JDG was ready. I mean, at this point, what can JDG do except say, all right, we'll go next? There's very little for them to kind of hold on to.
It's just a GG go next angle. If you go up against a triple scaling composition and you weren't able to do anything in the early game, and you don't have that late game scaling champion, well, you have on the Camille a little bit on the lane, maybe a tiny bit on the Ash.
Another catch! It's once again Doki who is going to get targeted, gonna get ceased and desisted, will get taken out immediately. The golden statue Daton in the midst of everybody. He will be able to get onto there and actually get another kill here. KG just 1v1ing the Camille, a 2-for-0 at the end of the day here.
Free Baron.
Free as heck Baron.
Yeah, no contest, no jungler. He is on the bot side. Not gonna be contesting the Dawn this time around, as Keep Us Gaming is a Baron for free. And again, increasing their goal lead by a huge margin. And I checked that replay one more time in the bot lane.
Oh, he even got hit by the ECA.
Finally. But it's a rare occasion at this point. You don't see that much proactivity on the side of Juju. And look at KG. Even if he died.
What?
Did he? Actually, he didn't. He didn't die. Never mind. There's a clash in mid.
I don't understand how that actually happened, man, but he didn't die, and then they were able... Okay, that went a little bit too hard there, but still, that dive should have gone the way for Sani, but I guess the Jax just had a little bit too much life steal, got the honey fruit, was able to heal up, and the tower was beating on him, and Sani got a little bit too greedy, just like that's on right there, just like them right now, as Anran9 is a target, and he has to flash away, even though his Essence Shift will not be the way here. Yu has to separate himself from his carry, go over to KG up here in the top lane for a little bit of safety. And yeah, this is JDG still trying to close up their wounds.
They're trying. They are getting a couple of picks. But again, this is the pattern that we're seeing right now. This is the slow burn that KBG is doing against Jingdong Gaming. Now as Elder Dragon spawned up, again, another opportunity for Keepers Gaming. Yes, this is a possible turnaround for JDG if they are able to get this, but they need to be able to steal it out, especially for once, without any cash at the very beginning. Because look at top lane, that's a push already, that's an arrow incoming.
And that arrow will be swinging and missing. Wait, actually, it did connect, and it is KG in a little bit of trouble, but he, look at the bonk onto Sani, just the auto attack W, basically
like,
one
don't you
bonk.
dare.
Don't even try, man. That's what he said. Don't even try, because I am going to murder you.
Yeah. It's like, don't reach young blood. You don't even try. Just walk away, man. Just walk away. Just walk away. Keep us gaming, taking full control of this fight right now. This game number 1 has been a one-sided beatdown by Keep Us Gaming. Look at the scoreline, 4-13. Now the Dragon again being started. They want to draw attention towards Jingdong Gaming. They want them to contest because they know they can just fight them off.
Yeah, and fight them off. They are trying to do. Look at that, the Elder Drake already trying to make its way into the mid lane, but JDG, they are trying their best to keep KBG around the mid lane area, try to keep them near this part of the map so that they can have their own, they can, possibly push the mid in case the dragon is started, but even then, that is going to be a very hard prospect for them to do. So I don't know what the way is here. Sadie is going to be almost killed here by KBG, but that adaptive shield will keep him alive long enough for him to actually get the winning end of that 1v1, even though this Drake has already been started by KBG. But they're not committing. They're not committing too hard to it.
I actually thought that they would be committing onto this fight because we saw Sani winning against KG. He can actually go back into the base, purchase a teleport, and then go alongside with them, force a fight. As now we see the Corki in the top lane.
Yep. Corki has to respond to what Sani is doing right there at the top lane, but still very... Oh my god, he's actually getting ripped apart. And it's still Corki who comes out on top. That was a little bit weird because you would usually see, the Camille having a great time there, absolutely decimating a Corki because that is a Camille versus an ADC, but still, he just got shredded. I have no words.
And that big mistake has costed JDG potentially an Elder Dragon because now it's a 4v5 in favor of Keepis Gaming. Now they're complete here in the bot side river.
Yeah, and Yu's off to the side, ready to head off any advances. He's already going to go in with the flash body slam, and they have already gotten a pick once again onto Doki. If that gargoyle bites the dust, and he does, there will be no way for JDG to actually commit to this Drake, except for once maybe trying to go for a flash steal, which he does try, but he's not successful. He gets eliminated. They go for the sway, and now Juju's the last man standing.
KBG, they can stake this Baron for free, or maybe even force fight here into the mid lane to shove off the members of JDG. It has been 22 minutes, but all the minutes that we have seen in this game has been more in favor of Keepis Gaming. They need to contest, they need to try and defend.
And defend they are, that's what's happening right here. Sani, though, is not going to be able to live for long. He just got ripped apart like paper there, and bam, thank you, ma'am. That is going to be it for game number 1. A very quick game for KBG.
22 minutes, 19 seconds in my estimate.